Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. This is going to be a very chill video. It's not going to be a tutorial or anything, and I'll be chatting with you about life and how I manage my time with two little kiddos, and hopefully that's interesting. So let's get started. So in my Instagram bio, I have my title, I guess, as artist and illustrator, which is true. I have illustrated I think 5 books at this point to some degree. Some of them are full-page children's books. Some of them have been just cover illustrations or little spot illustrations throughout. I've also published 1 book of my own so far, which is very exciting. Yay! Which, if you want to, you can buy it off Amazon and I believe Barnes & Noble still. It's called The Moon Sweep. But all that to say, those titles aside, my main title is mom, which is awesome. I love being a mama. So I've been a mom for almost 3 years. Pregnancy was crazy. It was good. The first pregnancy was a lot easier than the second one, but I won't go into that into this video. But I just want to talk a little bit about what I've learned being a mom and what it means to have a quote-unquote work-life balance. I think that term is a bunch of garbage. I don't think you should be balancing things that are not of equal value. If you had a priceless artifact on one end and a potato on the other, as much as we love potatoes, you would not take as much care, at least I hope you wouldn't, take as much care of the potato as you would that priceless artifact. Wow, I can't talk today. And what I'm saying here is that there is nothing more precious than human life, and especially the life of children. And as a mother, we have been given that responsibility to take care of them, and I take that very seriously. I don't think I always have, especially not before being a mom. I always knew that kids were important and we needed to take care of them and all of that, but becoming a mom and having to work through a lot of the struggles of really wanting to have a successful art career and wanting to be an author, an illustrator, and being known for being, you know, kind of a businesswoman or like a entrepreneur, somebody who really, like, quote unquote made themselves or did something with their life. I had to work through a lot of that and realize that none of those accolades compare to the honor and the privilege and the joy it is to be a mother. There's nothing like it, and I know that it's not for everyone. Not everyone can have kids, not everyone will have kids, but for those of us who do, I think we need to take that even more seriously. It's a blessing and it is a privilege. It's not something that everybody gets, and we need to really value it. Not saying that you can't have a career and kids, because I'm still pursuing art and I'm still pursuing writing. I have several novels in the works right now. I spend most of my evenings after the kids are in bed working on illustrating or editing or doing this kind of thing, video stuff. So I do spend quite a bit of time working on my career, but my career should and will not ever come before my kids. And that's really challenging. But if I'm sacrificing the good of my kids just to make another piece of art, or just to make a few more bucks, or just to feel better about myself because I've been given certain accolades or praise or whatever, that is a terrible reason. That is sacrificing something so beautiful, so precious, for something that is so fleeting and not nearly as valuable as human life. That being said, my passions have currently aligned in the fact that the art that I'm doing has become more focused on life itself, I guess, or just my own personal life. So I've been doing a lot more of like children's book illustrations, obviously, because I have kids, and so I'm constantly reading children's books to them. So there's been more children's book illustrations that I've been doing There's also been a lot more ideas floating around in my head of how I can use my art to kind of encapsulate how much I love being a mom, how hard it is being a mom, and that struggle of keeping things in the proper place, the right priority. I was just reading a book, and in it, the author, mentioned that grammatically the word prior does not make any sense. In fact, that word did not exist until fairly recently, within the last 100 or so years, because priority means the top thing, not the top things. That doesn't make sense. If you have like a pyramid, is what came to my mind. If you have a pyramid, you can't have multiple top pieces. You have one singular top piece, and then everything under that is under that. Point is, you cannot have multiple priorities. Where was I going with this? I had a point. Everything that you do should be supporting your priority. And for your life, that may be something different. Maybe you're not a mom. Maybe you're single. Maybe you're older and your kids have grown up and you have a different role currently. But that doesn't mean that all of a sudden now you have multiple priorities. You still have a singular priority. So just a tidbit for thought there. If you disagree with me, I would love to hear what you think in the comments. I really do enjoy discussing things, and I would love to hear your perspective. Have a very civil conversation about it in the comments. Feel free to chime in and try to think if there's anything else we should talk about, or if we should call that a wrap. Hopefully that was coherent. My words, my brain have not been working super great the last few days. I've been getting very little sleep, but hopefully you enjoyed this, and feel free to like, please subscribe, and I will see you, I guess, in the next video. You can also follow me on Instagram at SarahAnnCools, and that's about it right now. Still working on a website, but that'll come eventually. Alright, love you. Bye.